Okay, so I know it's a very long title that we have here. So what it says is, I want to show you how online shops can increase their return on investment for over 45% by Google Shopping, Idealo, Facebook, etc. Only through product data optimization, through performance steering, and through dynamic pricing. I have only 2 slides about what we do, because that's a little bit important for you to understand where I have the basis from, why I can tell you about these things. So if you have an online shop and you use Channel Pilot or any other similar solution, you can go with us on over 2,000 sales channels globally. And at the moment, Channel Pilot already brings over 3,000 online shops to over 2,000 sales channels globally. Among these are really the biggest e-commerce players in Central Europe. We have customers like About You, Montpellier, Otto, Cyberport, many more. We have also great brands. We have like Nivea, Nespresso, etc. So a lot of customers, a lot of big customers as well. The product modules that we have, and that's the last slide on us, is what we do is within Channel Pilot we have 5 modules. The first is the connection to, yes, it's called the feed engine, the connection to Google Shopping, Idealo, etc. The second module is a marketplace integration, where you can also have the complete order management, etc. Then there's a market price analysis that we have, and based on the market price analysis, you can have a dynamic pricing module. And that all is based on product data optimization. So, but that's really all about us, and now I would like to tell you what my topic is today and what I want to tell you. So first, before I made this presentation, I asked a lot of our customers, can I get numbers from you? Can I share my numbers? Because the audience wants to see real numbers. And they said, well, we love your tool, we are happy customers since many years, we're happy to give you references verbally, but they all didn't want to give me numbers. So what I came up with then is to say, okay, we do the following. We have 3,000 online shops as customers. We take the 100 of them that are using our tool in the most intensive and the best way. And among these top 100, there are a lot of the really big ones, the very experienced ones that have big teams to work on their e-commerce, on their marketing, online marketing. So now what I'm showing you today is the 5 measurements that these customers do and what kind of return on investment increase they could achieve in average with these single measurements that I'm showing you. By the way, all of the 5 measurements in average have increased their return on investment by over 46%. And only to get a picture, it's not companies that just started, like when they used our platform. It was big companies that have been really professional before. So that's only for you to judge these results. All right, first measurement. What was the first thing that people do and what did this result into? The first measurement is about product data optimization. So for you, many of you, it's probably nothing new, but if you want to present your products on Amazon, on Google, or on Facebook, you can do it in the right way, giving the right information, or you can do it in the not so good way. And here I have 2 examples. I'm not sure whether you can see it, but I will tell you anyway. This one example shows, it's not such a good example, on how you would like to present your product on Google Shopping. For example, what is not done good here is the brand is named twice. There are filling words integrated. There's no size that is announced or revealed. There's no color, or not the right color that is not the right wording for the gender. So in this case it says Männer, and what would be the correct version for Google is to say haben. So coming to the right side, they of course have named the brand. They have no filling words. That doesn't help the algorithm from Google Shopping. They have done the size. They have informed about the size. They have put down the right color, and they have done the correct gender identification, which is here in this context. All right, and with this measurement, the first out of 5 that I'm going to present alone, these 100 top customers have increased their return on investment by 7.7%. Next one. We call this performance steering. So what is it all about? The basis to steer your performance, that's nothing new for you, is you have to have a nice and right performance tracking. So you have to track your clicks and your sales. By the way, including the cross sales that you have. So what our customers usually do is they put all their products on all channels that they think could be interesting, and after a while they generated enough clicks, and with these clicks and these sales information that they have, they decide whether they want to stay on these channels with these products or not. And like this you can optimize it. So let me give you a very easy example, and I hope you can all read this. So let's assume, it's a very simple example, but let's assume you have an online shop and you place your products on Google and you place your products on Idealo. Then, after 1 month, in this example you have clicks, you have the click costs, you have the revenue from the click. For example, if you take the Adidas shoe, you know it has generated over 5,000 clicks, over 1,700 click costs, and it generated 5,300 euro of revenue and 2,100 euro of margin. So, and this is why I put the double plus. That means that you have on the first purchase, or the first, in this view, in the first month, you have already a higher margin than click costs. So obviously this product runs really well, so you want to keep it in former months. The second example, this drilling machine has 2,741 clicks, almost 1,000 euro of click costs. The revenue is good, the margin is 906 euros. So the margin is a little bit less than the click costs. In average, or typically, you would still leave this product on the channel, because very often you cannot expect to have the margin on the first purchase already. So you would also, I put the plus over there, so you know it's a good product. It's going to behave really well in the future as well. So with this kids car, it has 329 clicks, 150 euro click costs, no revenue, no margin, so you want to maybe take it out in the next month. And then you have something, which I will also come back to you later, you have some products, very little clicks, very little click costs, no sales, no margin, so you basically don't know what to do with it. So this is why I put the question mark, and again I will come to that later. So what happens after 1 month? So if you go to the second month now, you can see that in this example, the tool has, with some rules and algorithm, it has taken out those products, the car, the drilling machine on Idealo, what was it here, the t-shirt, and the camera on Idealo. So if you take these products out, of course you get less clicks, you have much less click costs. You have of course also less revenue, but at the end, if you compare these numbers, click costs 3,400 something, margin 3,700 something, the margin in this second month is better than the click costs. So this is how you can optimize your business. And of course, it's a very easy example. And with this measurement, our top 100 customers could make a return on investment increase of over 13%. Third measurement I wanted to explain to you. It's the market price analysis. So what our customers have is they have a clear overview on exactly what are the prices of their competitive products on channels like Google Shopping, like Idealo, like Amazon, like eBay, billiger.de, and many more. So they can see what exactly is the price of my competitors, or how much do they offer. And this information can, of course, be used to change your price, to do dynamic pricing, but that's the next measurement I'm going to show you. This information alone, even if you say as an online shop, I don't want to reprice all the time, I don't want to adapt my prices in the morning, in the evening, or the next day. I want to keep my prices, I want to be fair, whatever this means in online sales. But even then, if you know that your product is maybe 30% more expensive than the competitor, maybe you don't want to list it anymore because you don't want the customer to see that you're an expensive online shop. So maybe you can put up rules where you say, I only present those products on those channels where I really know that it's working for that I have a competitive price. So to not be perceived as expensive. So this measurement alone helped our customers to increase their return on investment by 4.1%. And now, coming to the next one, to the dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing means, and I have in this example, I've put a very, very easy example. This example that I show you basically has the rule behind it, just be €1 cheaper than your competition. And I will come to a little bit more sophisticated rules later, but just to show you this easy example and to make sure that we all know what we're talking about. So in this example, the glasses of the dealer 1, dealer 2, dealer 3 are all more expensive than the own price. In the second row, the balance, I think. The balance is my own price is 28, so I have the highest price in this row. And with the chair, my price is 49, and the rest are more expensive. So now if I do a reprice, apply the repricing rule of I want to be €1 cheaper than the rest, what we end up with is we have €99 here, and remember it was €95 before. That's one very important point. A lot of our customers tell us, hey Ralf, when we do dynamic pricing, isn't it going to go only down, down, down? No, it's not. It's not, because other customers are also putting prices up because of low stock, because they need to improve their margin for many reasons. And then you also don't want to have a price of €95 for the glasses if you can get 99 and you're still the cheapest. Yeah? In my second example with the balance, yes, we had to decrease the price quite drastically. And in the third one, the 49 stays as it was before. So that was a very easy goal. But as I said, there of course you can put any rule into a dynamic pricing that you want. Very sophisticated one. I just make some more examples. So again, you could, for example, say that we just saw, I always want to be €1 cheaper than everyone else. You could also say, for example, I want to be 50 cents cheaper than my two main competitors. So I don't even care about the others. I would just want to have a price that is 50 cents cheaper than my toughest competitors. Or you could say, I always want to belong, my product should always belong to the 3 cheapest, where I know that the products are really on stock. That is also something that we can generate. This is information that we can generate for you. This is information that we don't very often get from the partners officially, but we have ways to get these information. So that's something really important and very nice. And you can also say in example C that it's not only you want to be belong to the 3 cheapest where your product belongs to or where the competitors are available or the products are available. You can also say, I only want to compete with them if their shop has very good Bewertungen, can somebody help me on that? Good ratings. Right, thank you. Exactly. Or you can say, I always want to belong to the 5 cheapest, but never cheaper than €97.10, because that's the price you have to pay for the product, so you cannot go cheaper. And if you put that, you can put, additionally, you can say, okay, if €97.10 is the cheapest I can do, and I have to do it to be among the 5 cheapest, I have several options. First, I could say, I want to still list with €97.10, accepting that I'm not among the 5 best and cheapest. Or I can say, I take the product out because I don't want to be perceived as expensive. So very important for me is, what I said at the beginning, dynamic pricing does not mean it's only going down. You also know it at your petrol station or your gas station, the price is going up and down. It's not only going down. So it's the same in e-commerce. And the second, or the next and last information on this one I wanted to give you is, what we see is, of course, depending on the channel, but to show you how important it is to be on the top price-wise is the first listed gets 40 to 75% of the clicks. The second listed gets 20 to 45% of the clicks. The third one gets 10 to 25% of the clicks. And everybody else shares 20 to 30% of the clicks. So you can easily, from place 10 to place 1, we have seen that the sales, the revenue, has been increased by 10 from our customers. In this measurement, this dynamic pricing measurement made our return on investment increase of our top 100 customers of 11.6%. All right, now I'm coming to the final, the 5th measurement. So what happened, we come back to the example, what happened to this HSV football trickle? Yeah, some of you will say, yeah, it will never get clicks, it will never be sold, especially here in Berlin, you will probably think, who wants to buy your HSV t-shirt? So basically the question is, you don't know what to do with it, because in order to know what to do with it, you have to have some historical information. You have to have some click information, and you have to have some information about the revenue. In this case, 2 little clicks, no revenue. So what do? Do you still list the product, or do you take it out in the next month? And with our module that is called Performance Strategies, you can, for example, take the information from another channel. So in this case, this HSV trickle, football trickle, has been had many clicks on Idealo. It has had also over €900 of click costs. So, and then it was sold, but only €196 revenue, only €45 of margin. So not very exciting. So based on that information, you would probably leave it out. You would probably not put it onto any external channel. But you can also do other things. You can say, all right, if I don't have enough clicks on my football trickle, where can I get valuable information from? And the other valuable information is you can say, okay, what kind of products could I look at that I have in my stock for longer, where I could imagine that the behavior would be the same. So in this example, we put a lot of soccer tricos in there of the first and second league. And we looked at it and said, wow, these have 9,000 clicks, 3,100 euro of click costs, and they make 18,000 euro of revenue and over 4,000 euro of margin. So if you group the information and you take this group information and say, why shouldn't this HSV t-shirt at one point of time, maybe if their team wins again or if it goes back to first league, whatever, why shouldn't it sell as the others? And then with this information, you would basically take the decision as an online marketing manager to keep it on Google Shopping and then to keep it on Idealo and of course on many other channels. But this is only one example how to group. You can also group, because we're looking with the tool, you can look on each article. If you don't have enough information, and let's say on a white t-shirt, then you can say, okay, let's look at in a certain size. Then you can say, okay, I will have a look at all sizes. Maybe I have enough click information, sales information then. If that doesn't help, it's still not enough click and sales information. The next thing you can do is you can say, okay, I look at all colors, not only white, but all 5 or 6 colors that I'm offering. I take that as a rule. If I say, oh wow, that's still not good enough, I can say, okay, what brand is it from? So I maybe take other kind of t-shirts from the same brand into account. And this is something that you can put in as rules individually into a tool, and you only have to set it up once. And after that, the tool will do everything for you automatically. They will always do the delisting, but you can also add certain rules, and I don't want to go into the complexity of that, but you can add certain rules where you say, okay, I take the product out because it doesn't work, but I let the tool put the product automatically back in if the price decrease is maybe less or there's more than 10%. Because the assumption is if it's 10% cheaper, I will probably sell it. So this is, I think I don't, oh yeah, that's one last thing I wanted to mention. What you also can do with these performance strategies is you can black and white list. The blacklisting means you say the products that don't work, you just leave them, and the products that work well, you take them out, and the products that work well, the whitelist, you take. But you can also do exceptions. You can say, for example, I got a Werbekostenzuschuss, so I got some extra money from a brand, to list all of their products on all channels. And then you can whitelist them and say, although they usually don't work within my KPIs, I can still say, please list all products of this certain brand. And with this measurement, this fifth measurement, our customers made a return on investment increase of 10.1%. So thank you very much for listening and the interest.